Hello and welcome to the Nordic game pitch battle. This is exciting. It's so exciting that I'm already really deep knee sweaty and we haven't even started yet. The nervousness is building up in my armpits. I don't know how you feel. Better than me? Thank you. But I'm here to host a very exciting event. We call it the pitch battle. We've been honing this battle for quite some time. And without further ado, we should kick it off. Before we do though, I want to introduce you to my dear time management assistant to prevent me from talking too much. And also to prevent the contestants to talk too much. And the judges as well, actually. Everyone. All right. So, glasses. I cannot see anything. Now I can. Let's go through the pitch battle and the rules. Because the pitch battle is a pitch game show. And it's supposed to be fun but serious. A little bit like myself, I think. It's divided into rounds. After each round, the contestants will receive points. And at the end of the day, we'll have a winner. And round one is where you meet the contestants and they show us the game. Round two is the game round where we get questions from the judges and they have to answer within a time limit. The same goes with round three, which is the reality round. Again, it's questions from the judges, but this time it's about the reality surrounding the game, the prize point, the whatnot. And then lastly, what I am really proud to announce is the final round. This is where the contestants have a last chance of swaying the judges, making them the game of the pitch battle year, or whatever it is we call it these days. So, on top of that, we also have a prize sponsor. And I'm so happy to present Chaser Cloud. Can you come up here and tell us a little bit about what it is that's in store for the winner? Yeah, big applause.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
And should we run the trailer first?
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's do that.
That's it.
And then I do this, right? Yeah. Oh.
Sausage.
Do we have audio? Yeah.
That is a
Yeah, but we have. Let's do a little break, huh? That's on me. Stuff happens when you are doing really complicated things, and I can tell you this pitch battle is very complicated. Just for the, as an example, the point system. On the surface, right? When they've done a round, and the judges, they will vote by me saying 3, 2, 1, show us the game. And then I've provided them with some hand-drawn logos from the games. I've been working on that with my mom for the past 6 years. And they look great, right? Mom, they think they look great. And then, if that is not complicated enough for ya, they will say the winner is, and then, yeah, okay, you think it's 1 point, but it's not. Underneath this is a very complicated point system that I created by taking the best pieces of the Nobel Prize, combining it with the Oscars, and then, twinkle a little bit of myself over it. So I hope you're gonna enjoy it, and we have sound, and I'll run the trailer, I hope. Could you get me some more? Thanks.
All right, cool. So
I'm sorry. Yes.
So thank you for having me here. Thank you very much for the invitation, Jacob. We are very, very excited to be for the first time part of the Nordic Games Conference. We are Chase the Cloud. We are IP development and animation studio. We take the IPs of various customers. Some of them you hopefully recognized already from our little show reel, and we let them spill across the main format of whatever it is that they come from. In the gaming industry, that will be to take the stories from the game worlds, the characters, the conflicts, and to see how they can be not just a game, but a holistic entertainment piece, yeah, flowing across multiple channels. And our strength is animation, obviously, not the only one, but the main one, and the one that looks cool on a trailer. And we would like to work more and more with the gaming industry. So it is my honor and privilege to be allowed to give you a prize for the winner of the battle, where we want to work together with you and create a piece of content for your game, for your promotion, as well as for building up on your IP. What content this is something open that we can all discuss, because every project is different, and we want to give you the freedom to design it with us. So that will be the prize.
What do you think? Nice prize, and thank you so much. Thank you.
If I can say also about my talk tomorrow.
Of course.
And for those of you that find this topic interesting, that you want to see how games fit into the whole scale of the entertainment industry and how they're even transforming it actively, I'm going to have a talk about it tomorrow at 11 o'clock, and you're very welcome to join and fill the ranks there and ask me your questions. I'm going to try to explain our perspective and our experience from animation and games. So that's all. Thank you very much.
Great. Thank you so much. Thank you. And I hope that you will be on stage again and actually handing over the prize. Oh, I'm sorry. Because that would be awesome. All right. So the tension mounts. I'm sweating even more. I can dive into my... you don't want to know. Let's start with the judges. We're going to meet them, and let's start from the left-right. That's you, Patrick. Who are you?
I'm Patrick.
Patrick what?
Patrick Rose. Right. I am a product and strategy consultant. I am specializing in game psychology and monetization and retention design. And I'm here today with the Mighty Diamonds. You might have seen the booth over there. You have been, maybe you have been meeting some of us, or even had one of our free consultancy sessions we are having at this event for you. And that's me.
All right. And then you should also have a question. This is the judges, and I'm not gonna ask your favorite German game, which I did the last time. This time, I'm gonna ask you about your favorite Austrian game.
Favorite what?
Your favorite game from the Nordic region within the past 30 years.
You don't know that?
Yeah, no, oh. Yeah, but do they know that?
That's Alan Wake 2.
Oh, that's
I love
nice.
that game. It's so awesome.
Bravo. Thank you so much. It was not a trick question this time. It was a normal, nice question, right? Good.
Yeah, thank you very much.
So, next to Patrick is our other judge, a judge that has, I would say, legendary status among the judges. I'm not going to say more after you present yourself.
Okay, hi, my name is Kate Edwards. I've been working in the industry for 31 years now. I just started my 280th game today, and I worked this morning. And I'm a geographer. I help game developers essentially navigate culturalization issues, so political, cultural, geopolitical issues that may be in their game content that can get them in trouble overseas. I also spent 5 years running IGDA, the International Game Developers Association, the global organization, and I also spent 3 years running the Global Game Jam, and I do a lot of other stuff on the GDC advisory board, et cetera, et cetera.
So how many times have you been judging, you would say? This.
Only for Nordic?
Yes.
Oh, geez, 10 plus? I
Yeah,
don't know.
I think it's
a lot.
more.
It's a lot.
But that was not the question. My question to you is, what is the best Microsoft-produced game released in India?
well, they never specifically released in India, but I would say the one, because I continue to work on the franchise, is Age of Empires. It's one of my favorite. I worked on all the originals 20-something years ago and continue to work on it today. So yeah, I'd pick that.
That was a good answer. Thank you. And then on to our not last. Yeah, you are the last, but not in that sense. The final judge. No, the third judge.
The third
in other
one,
words, who are you, Peter Jacobson?
It's nice to meet you all. My name is Peter. I've been kind of a little bit less years than you. I think it's 25 years in the industry. It's amazing to work with something you really burn for. Today, all the focus is about making games visible, supporting all the developers, and support them on Steam. Try to kick the creators a little bit, influencers, and also media. Advise people and make the entire industry shine as much as possible. If they shine, we shine.
That's a good one, huh? But I have my question. What is the best PR campaign you have ever done for a game? And which game, obviously? 30 seconds from now.
That's very difficult.
There's so many brilliant PR campaigns. I don't even know where to start. It'd be like,
You know, if a crazy one might be Grand Theft Auto 3. We didn't think about the game that it would become so big. The game was actually presented on the show floor at E3. Nobody actually paid attention. They paid attention on other games that was in something called the Promised Lots. And I think that was the last time Rockstar ever actually presented a game on the show floor for open. That was amazing. The thing, just shortly, people expected this and got a lot more, and that was amazing.
Thank you so much, Peter, for this. Would you please give a big applause to the judges? And then, now it's time, huh? Let's start with round number 1. Oh, let's check out our time management keeper. When the time is up, how can the contestant hear that?
Oh, I'm definitely yelling.
Oh my God, yes. I'll be fine. That's fine. That's fine. And with that said, let's get it on. First round. This is where we meet the contestants. To meet them, we will get a little sneak peek behind the scenes at each studio, starting with contestant number 1, which is About Cannons Plus Sparrows by About Cannons Plus Sparrows. Are we ready to see it? Contestant number 1.
Let's go.
Okay.
Hi, my name is Nico, and behind this door, you'll find the sacred halls of our game dev department. Let's have a look.
Oh, hello. I'm doing finances.
Hello, I'm the system administrator.
Hey guys, I'm a game designer.
Hi, I'm the character animator.
Hey, I'm a 3D artist.
Hi, I'm the programmer.
Hi, I'm Daniel, the CEO.
Oh, it's done. What do you think? So let's top that up with a question for you, contestant number 1. If you should describe your studio with one word, what would that word be?
Can I use 2? Small and efficient.
You can make that one word and it's good. Small and efficient. Very good. Thank you for that. It's noted. Normally I have my notepad and noting this stuff, but I am too old now to be able to write, so I simply memorize it until I get a piece of paper, which I forgot. All right, let's move on to contestant number 2. It's Red Metal by Silent Factory, and we are going to run it now.
Welcome to Silent Factory.
Here's our busy marketplace. Here's one kind of a home office in Finland.
Hey, this is my office. I'm up.
This is Chris, and this is my office.
Well, I should be working and not recording videos.
Pick it up for contestant number 2. So, same question, obviously. What if you should describe your studio with one word? What would that word be?
Resilient.
Resilience. That's my middle name. No, that's a good word. What's your word again?
Small and efficient because we're German.
Oh, that's good. So for now, keep these words in the back of your head because I'm gonna use it against you later. Now, contestant number 3. It's Hollow Home by Twee Games from Ukraine. And here is the behind the scenes trailer. Great.
Hello, this is Kiev. This is me. Here are our flags. Our dog. Our developers. Our artists. Francisco. More developers. Another flag. Our bar. Our team. Here we make games.
Yes, and of course, if you should describe your studio with one word, what would that word be?
It would be great. Just great.
Great, just great, in one word? That's a great word as well. It's a great, just great word. Thank you so much for this. Now we've introduced the studios and where they are and what the name of the game is. Let's see the actual games, shall we? So, let's go back to contestant number 1. Take a look at the gameplay trailer. And after that, the contestant has 30 seconds to elaborate on what we just saw. So let's go now. Are you ready, contestant 1?
Yeah. I am.
First we see the trailer, obviously. Here we go.
Yeah, so please stand up. You're already standing up.
And are you ready with the time? Yeah. No, it's complicated. I told you, it's not that easy. Are you ready? All right, 30 seconds from now.
All right, so we had the idea of like having a small cannon hatching out of an egg, thinking it's a bird, which doesn't know it can shoot. And it goes on a self-discovery trip to kind of find out what it is and where it comes from. And that's all wrapped up in a Metroidvania game with a lot of backtracking, side quests. And the idea comes actually from a German saying which goes to shoot with cannons as barrels, which basically means that you use a lot of resources for a tiny problem.
Oh, that was nice, or kind of nice. Thank you so much. I say kind of nice because it's good to, keep it within the time level, but it's a little bit sad for me. Then I cannot shout, stop it, and be aggressive, unfortunately. I have to save that for the judges, I think. So thank you so much for this. We move on to contestant number 2 now. And here is the gameplay video.
Mayday! Mayday! Anyone copy? You lucky dude! Can't believe you're in one piece after that play!
All right. What do you think, audience? Let's hear you explain what it was we just saw there, starting now.
So Red Metal is a 3D action roguelite vehicle combat hybrid in which it takes place in a world where an AI created to solve the environmental crisis does so by eliminating its cause, people. You're going to pilot through this world with a diverse cast of characters and fight various mutants and robots. As you progress, you'll upgrade your vehicle with all kinds of fun tools that you can use to survive.
Yeah, stop, she said. Now that's me being... Please sit down. It has to be... Yes. It has to be fair for everyone. I cannot give gifts out like I have a pocket full of seconds. It's not working. So let's go on to contestant number 3. Here's the gameplay trailer. Yeah, big hand to contestant number 3. Are you ready to tell us what we just saw there? Please
Yes.
go now.
So, Hollow Home is isometric view narrative RPG and story based on Russo-Ukrainian war. And the story is telling from the face from a teenager, and he will face some moral choices, some problems that real people were facing in Ukraine. It also has some RPG moments, so he will have some skills that can be improved and so on. But the main point is story. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. You're good at this. Thank you so much. And thank you, all of you. Now we came to the end of round number 1. We saw the studios behind the scenes, heard a little bit about that, and then we saw the gameplay. And now it's the best part. Points from the judges. So, judges, you have your signs, and when I do my countdown, you will show us which game you think won round 1. Round 1. Is that one word? No, not yet. Maybe it will be my word. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Show us the game. Oh, you can. And I need. Yeah, hold them up. 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 Thank you. Yes. Thank you so much, judges. Was it hard? Yes, yes, yes. Okay, let's go on. Now it will get hard for the judges as well, because they are not just sit there like Napoleon season and the guy from Germany. They have to do something too. So they went through all the games and they analyzed you, and now it's time to hear some really nasty, burning, roasting questions that will leave you hanging. Or maybe not. Let's see. So, obviously, contestant number 1, you're first. And just gonna have your trailer looping in the background to create a little bit of ambience and vibe. And then I'll let Patrick do the first question to contestant number 1. When contestant number 1 starts answering, you have 30 seconds to answer, right? Again, I have the most hardcore time taker ever, so you need to stop when she says stop, all right? Okay, please, just your question, Patrick.
A cannon?
That's the question. Well, it's not only a cannon, it's a cute cannon, which makes a big difference. Because it doesn't know it can shoot, and it doesn't want to harm all the inhabitants of the environment it actually is born into, but rather help them to destroy the bad and evil cannons which it will face later. So it's going to be, contrary to all the bad times we have at the moment with bad cannons hurting people, we have something cute which is going to help.
All right.
Thank you so much for that answer. And yes. And then on to Kate. Question for contestant number 1.
Yeah, so I mean, the game looks amazing. The art style and everything, I think, you did a great job. One thing that I was curious about is, from an accessibility standpoint, is given the size of the object and the overall playable screen, it's pretty small. So I'm wondering if you have any ideas for like people who might be visually impaired or who might have a little trouble tracking, like even in that shot right there, how small the cannon is versus the overall frame. What your thoughts are and how you would deal with that.
Well, the idea is to generate like a second version of it, which has more glowing elements to it, so it's like easily trackable on screen without actually changing the whole game design and the level design to it.
All right, thank you so much. And then the last question in this round by Judge Peter to contestant number 1. Please go ahead.
Thank you. So I see a lot of inspiration from other games here. Having in mind that a lot of games is coming out, releasing every single day, where do you think this one here really stands out?
Sorry, could you repeat that? Sorry.
Yeah, where do you see your game really stands out compared to a lot of the games that inspired you?
Right, I think so. In the Metroidvania genre, we have a lot of pixel art games, and we try to kind of stand out visually to create a 2.5D platformer which plays a lot with depth and has like a fully 3D created characters to make like a more immersive experience. We all love that word.
Great.
Thank you so much. That ends it for contestant number 1. Should we give an applause? Yes, we should. And now, obviously, on to contestant number 2. And we do the same round, right, Patrick? And is your question another wordy? We'll see.
A cannon on a car? That's awesome. What can it do? What is your inspiration for that feature? Like, what other game could it imagine to be similar to this?
Well, the idea from the start was to kind of take familiar genre, roguelite, and combine it with kind of the best parts of another genre, which is the vehicle combat genre, and try to blend those together to make something that people haven't seen before. And according to our playtester feedback so far, we're on our way there. So.
All right, thank you for that. And a question from Judge Kate.
Yeah, so I'm curious what your vision is for the long-term playability, because obviously, I mean, I love the retro style of this. It looks awesome. But I'm wondering, are you going to have upgradable, not just the car being upgradable, but different types of cars, or kind of what's your vision for? Because I mean, it looks great from just a pure destruction standpoint, which I love games like that. But I'm kind of curious how you're going to sustain that. Is there a narrative attached to it?
Yeah, there is a narrative plan, kind of non-linear and non-branching. And as well, there's a lot of content buckets that we've put into the core design of the game. You obviously have cars, you have weapon modifications, you have items, you have enemies, you have different mission types as you go through and play the game. So we've kind of, as we've gone through the design of the game, tried to build in these buckets where we can push out content updates over time.
Thank you so much. And the last question from Judge Peter.
Yeah, imagine I find your game on Steam. What would be, the lines for me picking up the game and selecting it, buying it? Why should I select it? What would you, if you should hit me with a few words, key selling points?
think the key selling point is that there aren't any other games like it out there. And if you're a fan of the roguelite genre, if you're a fan of vehicle combat games, or even if you just like games like Rocket League, there's something for you here. So we have a lot of potential kind of roads that people can get to this game and really enjoy it and have a lot of fun. It's physics-based vehicle combat, so yeah.
Thank you so much for that. That was the concluding question to contestant number 2. And now on to contestant number 3. And we do the same round again. So let's start with Patrick.
Cannons, children, and war. That is all very serious topics here. I can see the game is somewhat inspired by maybe Disco Elysium. This is how I see it. I've played Disco Elysium. It's a kind of comedic game, but also with a lot of very serious topics, sometimes even depressing topics. Now I wonder how is your game going to be like? Is it going to be just a serious game, or is there also an entertainment factor, or would you simply keep it as a serious game? What would you say?
Yes, for the first point, it will be a serious game, but there are, yes, we are inspired by Disco Elysium, and it contains much of dialogues, and there will be funny moments between people. You know, there are hard times, but people cooperations, they make jokes. It won't be only drama, but drama is the main.
Why?
Thank you so much for that. And on to Judge Kate.
Yeah, so I mean, I think there's absolutely a place for games like this. I mean, all games don't have to be entertainment and fun. I mean, we have great examples like This War of Mine deals with a very serious topic, and this feels like that kind of genre, which I think which is also great because it brings it far forward into time, to the present. So I'm kind of seeing, or my question is, where do you see the narrative evolving around this? I mean, obviously we don't know the outcome of the conflict right now, but where would you like to see it go in terms of how this story is, basically what the player is going to take away from it? So I guess that's my main question.
Like what player will take from this story, or where it will end?
So what do you want them to take away? Like if there was one thing you want them to take away from this narrative, and then for example, if this game is successful and you were to do another story based on the same conflict, what would you want? Basically, how do you want to build on that over the long term?
The first one, we want to show people that the war is horrible. It's our main point, and this story will tell about what civilians faces during the city occupation. And this game is planned to have several endings, so you can escape the city, you can also decide to live in your hometown, but in occupied hometown, and several endings.
Time's up. Thank you so much for that. And the last question for you, contestant 3, will come from Judge Peter.
Yes. Imagine you're sitting in a train. Some people are sitting behind you, and they talk about your game. What would you like them to say? Because what they talk about is kind of their feeling about playing the game. What's your story? What should they say to make you smile?
Good question. 1 second, please. I will proceed it.
You have a story to tell, and what would you like the people to say? When they have played your game, what should they say to make you smile?
That maybe the best one will be that the war is the greatest mistake for all humanity, something like this one.
That was quite an abrupt moment of saying stop, but rules are rules. Thank you so much, contestant 3. Thank you so much, judges. We are at the end of round 2 now. Can you believe it? Time is flying when you're having fun. Huh? So now it's obviously points time again. So now you have to tell us who you think did best by answering the questions here. Was it 1, 2, or 3? Are you ready to find out? Are you ready to find out? Whoa! Yeah. 3, 2, 1. Show us the game. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is great. Yes, thank you so much, judges. Are you feeling as hot as I am today? I meant warm, obviously. It is really warm. Should you have something to drink up here? Yeah. Excuse me, Nordic game volunteers. Anyone volunteering to bring some water to the stage? We're almost dying here. And I'm pointing at you with the red shirt there. Can you please help us? Please, please help us, help us. No, to the bar and get like 8 bottles of wine. Sorry, Freudian slip there. What did I do last night? Obviously preparing for this, so yes, take it easy. So that's nice, huh? And I think I'm a pretty good host for making you not die on stage. Do you agree? Oh, look at this.
Thanks so much.
Did you hear my cry for help? All the way into the kitchen?
Yeah.
I love you so much.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
sorry for
No, you're not interrupting. We have a show here, but we only have a show if they're alive.
Go.
Let's watch this while we wait, huh? Don't you think it's a pretty amazing prize to win? I actually think I already won it in a sense. You'll see that tomorrow. So yeah, let's have a drink, huh? Look at this. Thank you so much. I'm not ruining anything by talking over it, right? It's nice, huh? You can smell me. No. Oh, it's not true. Yeah. All right. That was enough of a breather. We have more important things to do. And the most important is to do round number 3. We're on it again. It's kind of the same format, but with a little twist on the questions from the judges. We'll hear how twisted they are right now. We'll start with, this time we move things around, right? So we'll start with Judge Peter, but obviously asking contestant number 1 first, because otherwise, I tried that. Don't mix up the contestants. So, yeah, so here we go.
Yeah?
And Peter,
Yeah.
go ahead, ask your question. We'll
Yes.
just show the nice logo here.
What's your key learning? Making your game?
That game making, because our first game, it's so much more fun than everything else I've been doing before.
Super, yeah.
Oh, wow. That was fast.
I would ask, right now, given where you are in the development of the game, what is like the one thing you wish you had more of, other than time?
Programmers. So Nico and I were both coming from a creative background, and we've been doing a lot of offline rendering and stuff before that for film and TV, and so we're getting into blueprinting for the Unreal Engine, but it's to do the really heavy lifting stuff and optimizing the game. Programming would massively help.
Thank you so much for that. Last question for contestant number 1.
So you're having a pretty decent game here, very solid looking and everything. However, this genre is pretty overcrowded. You have a lot of competition there. So what makes you unique except for the fact that your main character is a cannon?
Well, we think it's a very special character, as you said, which makes us stand out. And so we try to make a very story-driven game. So we draw a lot of inspiration from Ori, of course. which has a very deep narrative. And because we come from a film background, that's something we very value a lot. And we heard from our community we built so far that actually everybody enjoys a really deep story where they can learn about the world and the background of that game.
Yes, thank you. Right on the money. You were just about screaming in my ear again. So that's good. Next question. First question. It's done. Thank you, contestant number one. Yeah, I got that. That was really short answers. Big hand to contestant number one. Let's move on to contestant number two. Please, Judge Peter.
I'll do the same question to be a little bit fair here. So what's your key learning about making your game?
Everything is different with the car. Most characters and controllers in games don't have momentum. So, something as simple as a fireball that, would work in any other game doesn't work in a car because you can't strafe, right? So that's actually been one of the key learnings, is that most of the things that work in other games are not going to work for us. So we've had to really, really put in a lot of effort on design and figuring out how to translate a shooter into a car game. Yeah, cool.
Thank you so much. I'm watching the water. That's I'm so like so I got distracted. I'm sorry. Next question, Judge Kate.
So I'm curious in terms of your vision for this game. Let's say it became really popular, does great. Let's hope so. Like all the games, of course. And then it becomes a franchise. So like where would this go for you? Where would you see like Red Metal 5? What would that be like?
Well, I think rather than a Red Metal 5, I would see the game kind of being more evergreen and adding content. We've really looked at the idea of being able to get out of the car, obviously, and then kind of moving into the future, different play modes in a lot of the same way that Fortnite is sort of like introducing different modes within the same game vehicle, rather than the sort of sequels, which obviously works, but maybe a bit outdated these days.
Thank you so much. And last question for contestant number two, Judge Patrick.
So Chris, I know you have been showing your game to a few publishers so far already. What have they been saying? What is like the greatest strength of your game?
The concept overall, and there's been a lot of praise on the physics and the controls of the game.
Wow, good one. Thank you so much. Contestant number two, it's done. Now, last contestant for now. Peter, please go ahead.
Yes, same question. What do you think is the real key learning of making your game, actually?
I am a 3D artist on this project. So I will answer that animation is hard in 3D because since it's like we are studio and about 7 people are working on this project, and we have already big background, so it's like hard to answer if be friendly.
Thank you so much. And then on to Judge Kate.
So I'm curious in the context, the broader context of you and the team creating this game now and the subject matter. What does this game mean to you personally as a team? Like what is the how you view this game in terms of like giving you something, I guess in a way to focus your energies on despite everything going on?
Yes, it's definitely help us to live in Ukraine now, obviously. And it helps us because when this game will be successful, many people will play it, and it like defend with Russian propaganda. So it will face real problems, real events, and it like our mission. We feel like a bit of mission with this game to show real things that was happening.
Thank you so much. And last question from Patrick, please.
I'm trying to think a little bit from a publisher perspective now, and it's my interest that you guys are able to finish the game and then we can release it and we also make money with it. No matter how much I like the game, it's still an important question for me. Like, how much is the production, given the circumstances, right? How much is the production at risk and maybe even your security?
Like a budget, or what do you mean?
Like, given the overall political circumstances.
I don't understand. Like,
All right, that's good enough as an answer, I think.
No, I just don't understand the question. Or
Could you help me rephrase them? Yes. Could you already be again? Like,
so, from how I understand it, like the position you are at is not an easy position, creating a game like this, right?
no, it's like just it's a project for us. We have experience creating games, so we just create our own.
Okay. Yeah, okay, that's a good answer for me already, so that's fine. Okay.
All right, thank you so much. Cryptic ending there in Mystery Fog, but it's still a contest, right? So give it up for contestant number 3. And do you know what we're going to do now? You do, good. Points, obviously. From the judges, how did you feel these contestants did in this third round? I want to see some games on your signs. Are you ready, judges? What? 2 starting, it's called in Danish. 3, 2, 1, show us the game. Oh my goodness. Yes, I'm doing it, yeah. Oh no, wow. Do you remember when Einstein won the Nobel Prize? There you go. He didn't. So, judges, contestants, are you feeling good? No, I'm sad. All right, let's do this now. Find out who should be Game of the Year, Game of the Pitch Battle Year. Because now we're at the end, we're at the final round. We call it the final round. And this is where the contestants has to sway the judges. I've asked them to provide me with a piece of material. It can be anything really, but it's not. It's you will see. So after we've seen each of the contestants' material, they have 30 seconds to tell us why they picked that piece of material to make the judges sway in their direction. What a concept, huh? Let's go. Are you ready? Contestant number 1, send us this. All right, what do you think? Nah, we don't know yet. Let's hear 30 seconds now. What was that and why?
Well, basically that was our first teaser for the game, and it shows that we come from like an offline rendering animation studio perspective, and which enables us also to create a lot of like marketing material in high quality to actually market the game easily and get people excited.
Great. What do you think about that? Was that good? We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. All right, on to contestant number 2. They send us this.
Mayday! Mayday!
Is that? Oh no! Is that the trailer? Is that the fight? No. This is done. This is where I intervene and say, I'm an idiot. All right? I am. But I have to fix this. Can you please tell some anecdotes about the games industry and when you met and give me like 3 minutes?
Sure. Who wants to...
Can...
What kind of anecdote? I don't know. I've been speaking here since 2008. And I've known Jacob a very long time, and so this is pretty much exactly the way it was in 2008.
Oh my God.
There's a comment over here.
You have a question?
Yes, please, go ahead, yes. Let's make this different than before.
Fuck.
Do you think AI will replace Jacob?
Oh my God, he's so evil. The Wi-Fi is terrible here.
Can AI replace Jacob? I think it already has. So
it doesn't look too good for AI, huh?
We're seeing some version of him.
Yeah. Well, now I'm experiencing the very, very effective Wi-Fi we have here in the building, and I'm getting absolutely nothing. Oh my God. Do I have do like this?
Perhaps the sponsor would like to say additional words.
Yeah. Is this the same?
Why not?
This is it.
It's your show.
This is like the C3, it's C2.
Like what it is, the three contestants. Obviously, my perspective to it is how games.
This is the trailer.
I'm curious. Also, the narrative is, how do you?
It's not the same, is it? That was it.
Your game is a piece of this landscape we live in, and how your game can have a ripple beyond the domain of the game. If you have any thoughts about it, like you obviously come from clearly a cinematic side of it, maybe you have a perspective, but for you, we also curious for me to see what are your ambitions around it.
Please go ahead. Go ahead.
Should I answer? Well, I think Red Metal brings up two important questions and doesn't really try to answer them. One is, what are we going to do with our planet? And the other one is, what is our relationship to this technology that we're creating and, desperately trying to profit off of at the moment, kind of without a lot of regard for ethics. So I think it's important that people are aware of those questions at least.
I think this was a great idea with the question Q&A back and forth, but we don't really have time for this. So now it's ready. Oh, why am I taking your? I don't know. So I made my inner AI work, and now we have the contestant 2 swaying material for the judges. I am so sorry about the delay. I hope you are okay still. Are you still okay? Are you still here? Are you still with me? Can you forgive me? That was like, oh my. Wow, okay. I'll forgive you then. All right, let's do it. Are you ready?
Sometimes you eat the bear, and well, sometimes we eat you.
So, please, 30 seconds from now, why did you choose this?
Well, as you heard from Kelly Diaz there at the beginning, sometimes you eat the bear and sometimes the bear eats you. And it was the same answer I gave earlier. Resilience, that's a core theme of the game's narrative, and it's kind of also our strength as a studio. And it also really ties in with the genre itself. Roguelites are about starting over again despite your failures. And so, thanks for inviting us to be here, and it's good to be in such great company. Thanks.
I love that. Thank you so much. What do you think? You got bigger applause than I did when I asked for forgiveness, so maybe you have a chance. Now on to the last contestant. Let's see what you brought us, and I hope this is the right material this time around. Did I do the same mistake again in 2008?
It's tough.
Maybe I have dipproved.
Bye.
Thank you. Now, 30 seconds. Go.
This video contains some materials that are not in trailers, so it's like UI UX, news between days, in-game days, some destroyed place you have seen, ghosts. Ghosts will be like dead people will come to you as ghosts in the game. So some materials that are not in trailer but already in a demo.
Thank you. What do you think about that, audience? Also better than me. Happy that I'm not a contestant then. Because now let's get the tension on. Because now, obviously, first, we need some points from the judges who did best to sway them in this fourth and final round. And with that knowledge, we can declare the winner in a second. But first, let's see the judges. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, show us the game. Woo! So it's like one all right, thank you. Oh, now the complicated part starts, and that is where I declare the winner by looking at these signs. Or is it a math? If I just +1 and then add Einstein minus Jacob gives AI? No, that's not it. Let me see. Oh yeah, I have it. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner. Game of the year, the pitch battle at Nordic Game 24 is, drum roll please. I forgot who it was. Let me see. Ah, yeah. And the winner is Hello Home! And the fireworks! Come up!
Thank you very much for recognizing.
Congratulations. Can you please come up and hand over the prize? Can anyone take a photo? Oh, there you are.
Well, technically speaking, there's nothing to hand over, right? What you're getting is...
Yeah, no, sorry.
Yeah,
I just want to be part of the photo.
Yeah. Like I don't have something to hand over, but we will talk and we will...
I made the mic drop.
Okay, cool.
Here you go.
We're looking forward to discussing with you what type of content can we create together for Hello Home. So when the time comes to create awareness about the game, that we can have something for you to put on your social media, something to put on Steam. If it's going to be something like a little trailer or maybe something different, maybe a comics, maybe a song, that's something that we can discuss, and we'll be very happy to work with you.
Thank you very much. It's like a great gift. Thank you very much. We really appreciate it. And thank you for judges for choosing me. Yeah.
Thank you. And thank you so much, judges. Obviously, thank you so much. Thank you so much for sponsoring this. And obviously, also, part of the prize is obviously, please return. We have passes for your entire studio.
Yeah, sure. What I should do?
We have passes for you for next Nordic Game, of course, as part of the package. For your entire studio. I hope to see you there. Thank you so much. Thanks to the judges, to the rest of the contestants. I hope you have fun. I hope you're not angry with me and blame me now, because I know. And forgive me, because I have not sinned. But I was kind of a semi-par host compared to what Kate wanted me to be. But, shit happens. So I hope you had fun, and thank you so much, and enjoy the rest of Nordic Game. Thank you. But also thank you.